Homelessness in Newham? Wow, I think it's a...
I've been on the street since 2016.
4 months.
I've been in this situation for around about 12, 13 years.
Okay, I'm homeless for 5 years.
My story is that I'm not homeless, but I have a house. But my story is that family that turn on you and put you in a situation of having a home, but being on the street. But I think it's amazing that you seem to feel alone, although you're not alone. Oh, hello.
Right, cool. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, come in.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
And then focus again.
Yep, so we're getting it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah? Volume, sound, everything all good?
Yeah. Do you want a shot of that?
Do I get an airbrush as well? Anything like that? Yeah. Huh?
Great. There you go.
We are doing a project called Project Home, in which we are trying to raise awareness of homelessness and what is causing homelessness. We basically want to tackle the perception that homeless people are homeless because they're doing drugs or because they're just not working hard, because it's much more complicated than that.
There's so many reasons why homelessness exists, and I think two of the most important ones and main ones are the pricing of houses and also other mental issues.
It's just not what the mainstream media thinks, which is about drugs and alcohol, but people actually go to different stories and different domestic, and obviously some of the homeless people we've met so far are actually had successful lives. So some things just doesn't go well at one point, then they become homeless.
Why is this area specifically significant to you?
This area, this is where I first actually sat down and digested that, oh my gosh, I'm homeless. I remember actually getting off at this bus stop here, the 276, and all I had was a backpack, and I think I grabbed a toothbrush, my bank card, and a jacket. And I literally come over to this bench here, and I sat down, and I sat there for about an hour thinking, what am I going to do? I've got no money, I've got no food, there's no one I can contact, where do I go for help? And I literally sat there for an hour going over those problems in my head. Do we mind if we just walk over to here, please? Yeah.
What's the significance of this area?
Well, this year alone, I personally know 2 people, homeless people, that have died inside Stratford Mall, and their memorial service has been held here. You know, they'll put flowers here, a picture of the person that's passed away, and the crazy thing is, all these people, they just walk past and they have not a clue what's just happened, that tragedy that's happened to someone, or someone's died, and people may even look over there, but no one even bothers to even go over and look. So every time I come here, I kind of say, I don't go over and start praying, but I kind of say little quiet words to myself about, you know, the people that have passed away, and that's just 2 people I know. You know, there must be so many more. So this is why always when I come here, that triggers that memory of those people that have died inside Stratford Mall. Just want to show, can I show you where I used to sleep every night when I was in Stratford and homeless? It was crazy because what I personally used to do, I would hide my sleeping bag wherever I would hide it for the day, and when I was ready to sleep, I would go get my sleeping bag, and about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I'd make my way to this corner here, Hollands and Barrett's. It was actually the shutters are down and the shop is shut. So that was the only time I felt comfortable going there, when everything was shut. So literally, I used to sleep right here. I would take my jacket out, place it as a pillow, get into my sleeping bag, read the newspaper, do the Sudoku, but I've literally slept here for nearly 2 months at one point. Sometimes you get here and somebody else was there and you kind of feel, hold on, that's my spot, but it's not. So I would move maybe further on, round the corner, across this side here, you know.
It's really crowded.
Well, at one point there would be sleeping bags, about 10 people from here all the way to the end of here, and would be talking about your day, what's happening, how the world's forsaken us, whatever. But all along here is where most people meet up, and somebody new always turned up at night time. So yeah, this is where I would sleep.
I've got brought up around this area before, and I just asked a couple of people if they got anywhere where I can go to keep me down, where it could be warm. And someone told me about this place here tonight, and other places. The volunteers have got other jobs to do, kids, their own life to deal with, but they come out of their own back. That's what I like them a lot, and I thank them for doing it, to helping us and that a lot.
It's good. I mean, I don't just do Lola's. I do Team Bridges as well, which we cook for anywhere between 80 to 120 people on a Saturday morning, a full English breakfast. I do the night shelters as well, in Forest Gate and the Memorial Church on Barking Road. I go up to the monks and help up at the monks as well during the week. So yeah, I mean, it's opened my eyes up to a lot of places that do accommodate them, but it's just during the day, but overnight they don't accommodate them at all. So. With Team Bridges and Lola's, between us, I think we do an amazing. Well, I'm not bigging myself up, but you know, Lorraine should go way and beyond for any single person in here. And it's the same with Team Bridges as well. They're not just like people that you work with. We're a family. We've all got each other's backs. If one's down, there'll be 20 of you to pick you back up. And that's what they do with every single homeless person here. Definitely. Definitely. I've been homeless myself. We're talking maybe 12 years ago. But mine was a different circumstance. I was on the street with a 15-month-old boy, my son, and I was lucky that I was taken into accommodation quite quickly. But with these lot, they're not so lucky. Single men, they don't take them in because they're not priority, which I think everybody's a priority in this day and age. They should build places or hostels or shelters. They're looked upon as different people because they haven't got homes or they've got addictions. You know, everybody, you know, they say you're 3 paychecks away from being homeless yourself. So, you know, when you go home tonight, you just got to be grateful for what you have got and what you haven't got, really.
So, as I was saying earlier, that one of the people that I knew that died here, this is where they actually died. This spot here is where a lot of the dealers come and sell drugs to the homeless. I myself has taken drugs as well while I was out here, but one of the main drugs that people take out here is spice. It's cheap, it's readily available as well, and plus when you're out on the street, and especially when it's cold, yeah, drugs is a good way of warming up the body. Alcohol, stuff like, you've got people sitting around you as well, taking a drink and stuff like you normally just join in. So what most dealers do, they come and stand here, say, oh, I've got this to sell, I've got to sell, what do you want? And that's why some people see them begging, they're getting change, they're giving it to these dealers. But the one person I know, she bought her drugs literally here, sat down there, her spliff, she was taking gas as well, the lighter fluid, and she was inhaling it. I've literally walked through the mall, come back 45 minutes later, they were trying to resuscitate her and the ambulance was on the way. She ended up getting taken to the hospital and she died. So yeah, this spot, that's what reminds me of this spot. This is where homelessness and death actually meet. people don't become homeless because they're on drugs. They get on drugs once they become homeless. So the quicker we offer the help to them, yeah, and the support, and there is lots of support out there, yeah, the quicker we can save people's lives.
I've been in this situation for around about 12, 13 years. So it's been a little bit long, but for about 12 years, because of the trauma of the situation, I haven't had a brain. I completely lost everything, and I couldn't think about anything for myself. But now I've started to get, over the last couple of months, I've started to get better. I'm able to hold this conversation, for example, which I couldn't have done a few months ago. But now I am so much better. I am now going to start getting back into the situation that I was many, many years ago.
And can I just ask, how is like the journey of being homeless? How is it, like, the experience of it?
It's something which I think anybody who's got a little bit of money or even a good heart should try for at least 2 or 3 days, so they know what it's like, and when they experience that, then there wouldn't be a homeless person in this country. Doesn't need to be. There are so many empty properties. Why are there homeless people? Doesn't need to be. They just need to wake up and realize, oh, hold on, we've got all this wealth. Let's just look after a few people. That's it. That's all they need to do.